And new details released overnight in a homicide investigation on Jacksonville's west side. Around 7 last night, JSO was called to Park Ridge Trailer Park. When they arrived, they said they found a 64-year-old woman dead with a gunshot wound. Her boyfriend was the first one to call police. He told officers that he believed she committed suicide, but officers said they saw evidence that left them skeptical. They say he is cooperating with police and detectives are working to obtain a search warrant.